Yeah, I sleep with him.
Is
We sleep in the
Adin still
same
in
bed.
Toronto,
We
Chad?
share the same bedroom.
Hey, fair enough, fair enough. Hey, man, it's awesome to see you. I haven't seen your
still in
face in
Toronto?
like a long time.
He got so
I'm-
Yeah,
many
man,
outs.
you
We don't
know,
know where
trying
he
to
at.
get
I
live
ain't gonna
and
lie.
shit,
If you want me
brothers.
to keep it 100, I
Stuff
don't
happened in
watch
the back
no
end. We gotta
streamer
fix. We
on
gotta
Kick.
make right.
Oh, he got banned.
I'm ready though,
again.
man. 2025 is my year.
When was the last? It's
Adin
been
look like he been gaining
a couple
weight.
months, right?
It's been a couple months, but we're gonna see something special hopefully the next few days.
Yeah.
What we got planned? Yeah. I think we got some cool shit planned.
If you had to rank, like in terms of kind of like what you got planned upcoming these next weeks, like where's it sit? Because you've done some pretty insane comebacks. Like this is it.
You can
is it
show
up there?
Adin on Twitch. Bro, move your
I'll tell you
cam.
what, I think you know what stream I'm talking about.
Tell y'all can see.
I think that one is gonna be a
Tell
fucking
y'all can
hit.
see Adin.
I think that's probably gonna be one of the biggest I've ever done.
Wait,
So
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
excited,
Because he
bro.
got
I think we
unbanned.
got some cool shit
he
on the way.
did?
My first
Yeah, I
boxing
see a
event is
Twitter
gonna be in
thing. I'm gonna double
January.
check for you, but he
Finally
said
got
he
that
said he
shit
got
back,
unbanned on
and,
Twitter.
I just gotta get live, bro. We gotta
He
get live. We
did?
gotta figure this out.
That's what it said.
And I'm ready, bro. Hey, bro. We look.
They said he
It gets
did.
down
They
right
said
now.
he
We gotta
only
pick it
wants
back
clips
up. We
and
gotta
shit.
fix this shit. We gotta change everything, bro. Come on, we gotta get started with that.
What are we doing first, man? What are we doing first?
Yeah, it says Aiden got
Bro,
unbanned on
look,
Twitch.
I got questions for
Where?
you guys
Send
that
it
I
to
came
me.
up with.
I
All right.
bet.
Hey,
Let's
I'm
look
for
at
the
your
people.
I tell you what.
Let's
I tell you
go,
what.
Adin.
I've got a few real easy ones. I got a few real easy ones. that I'll
Honestly,
let
on Twitter, you can look
go
up Aiden
all
unbanned
at
too. You're
me.
gonna see
How's that
the whole
sound?
thread.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
But I'm gonna send it to you.
Fuck, where should we start, man? I tell you what, we got so much to talk about, but I got to ask you one thing. I got to ask you the other thing.
Ted,
Obviously,
where's
I
Eddie
saw
from?
like all these people talking about their kind of rush, their Mount Rushmore for like streamers and stuff, right?
Oh,
and
I
like
saw that
X
shit.
gave
We gotta
you,
do
like,
that
a
shit
shout
too.
out. I saw. To be fair, like everyone gave you a pretty honest shout out, which
Bro,
is
Aiden
really
is
great
so
to see.
blackballed, and
I
that
don't
shit
know
is
if you
garbage.
answered this
Because
question
bro,
already.
he's
Excuse me
like
if you
top,
have,
bro.
But who's your for? Who's
He's
your
Australian? Oh.
Who's your Rush Mount worth for streaming?
Oh, these niggas
Hold
is
on, I want
capping.
to hear his Mount Rushmore.
So my Rushmore is four, right? Not five. It's four, right?
Yeah, four.
Is it 4 or 5? Okay. My actual 4.
I want to hear this.
I'm gonna say Aiden, Speed,
Kai.
Kai,
He's gonna say excuse me.
and probably Ninja. To be honest, probably Ninja.
What?
You can't put
We're
yourself
talking like-
though. Come on.
Oh,
you
nah, I'm
can't
not
put
giving you that
yourself,
one.
can you?
I thought he was gonna do. I thought he did
have to.
Aiden. I thought he did Aiden.
I'm not
When he
giving
did
that one.
Aiden, I thought he was gonna go Aiden.
I think. But if I were to have a fifth, I'd have to put XQC in there. Like I'd have to. He's like, in my opinion,
Raw
he's like
WTF
the
annoying
best
stream might
fundamental
be
streamer
the
of all
first
time.
time I
Ninja.
caught
He
one
can
up.
do anything and
Ninja
make it
was
work
huge.
with who he is. So
Nah, he was.
that's my
but
top
like,
5.
Ninja's blackballed
all
too right
time.
now.
I think
You
it's
think
good.
so?
I
Yo,
must say,
Swan,
obviously,
thank you
yeah.
for the, 30 months.
Yes,
Extra
easily.
points up
OG
on the
Fortnite,
I
he
think
should
when
be
you kind of
pulling in 50,000
Think
easily.
of this
Nigga,
like
he was pulling in,
new
like,
generation of
60,000.
streaming that's like up and coming. Like obviously those 3 names and Ninja, of course, right? Like pretty much
Ninja
shaping
ain't blackballed. He
a
just
lot of what
asked.
streaming is today in terms of like being
Nah,
such a huge
Ninja's-
personality. And then,
But here's the thing. All
and then
right, I don't
XQC,
even
of
mean it
course,
like
these last
bash
5
nothing,
years is,
but
like, absolutely
Ninja wasn't a good
dominated, so-
streamer. He was just a good gamer
That's
at the game,
That's
bro.
good shout. I think I
Like,
pronounced that
I
wrong,
ain't
by
gonna
the way.
lie,
I'm
bro.
not-
Ninja
I'm not-
used to be talking about shit.
It's
He was
Mount
just nice.
Rushmore, right?
You
Not-
feel me?
Did you see this
Yes,
clip
I
where he
think
was
I
with
fucked that up, yeah.
Saber Ronaldo and he
Yeah,
said
that's
how
like
much he
that's like a big
made
thing in the US,
during that
right?
time
It's like a
rap?
US
No.
attraction or
How much he said he
something,
made?
He said 750.
Dude,
You
wanna-
do the
I don't even
rest.
know where the fuck that's at. I swear to God, I
750
don't know where
million?
that's at.
It's like North Dakota.
You
or
do the
some shit,
rest. I don't know what what
Whatever.
M or B was
shout,
after that.
Shout out to actual Most Rushmore. I don't know where the
Oh
fuck
my
that's at.
God.
But I actually saw someone in
He
your
said
chat
4
type that.
million
I
a
want to
month?
actually make that known.
Oh my
Rice Gum
God.
is the real
Yo,
fucking goat.
niggas
Like, I
be
feel like
rich as
Rice Gum walked so everyone could run. Like, and I give him my flowers all the time and let him know how important he is for the entertainment space. Because what he did, he took that shit to the next level, and that made other people like finally want to start doing what he was doing.
Right.
He was bringing on porn stars. He was bringing on
Right.
before there was even a Twitch. It was like some like
YouTube
random
shit.
fucking bullshit streaming site.
Yeah, he's been on Monkey and
he was
shit.
finding those crossovers right before everybody else was. So Rice is also up there for me too.
What would you
For
say
sure.
that Rice was like a huge inspiration for you when you came into the game?
Yeah, and when I moved in with him back in 2021, a few years back, he would constantly give me input and advice on like what to do in certain situations and kind of guide me through the bad times and the good times. And
Hey,
he's a genius.
that
smart.
that 2021 era,
Rice
right?
diss
Like
tracks
you were
was
in Los
hilarious.
Angeles, right? When
Bro,
you were in
every
that
era
house
of
that had, like, the
streaming
green
was
curtain
golden, bro.
background,
I ain't gonna lie.
is
Even
that
the era
up there
we're
in
in
one
now
of
is
your most
golden.
memorable
Like,
eras,
bro,
or-
every era of streaming
Oh,
has
for
been
sure.
lit.
I don't
Like,
think that's
swear to
personally
God.
my best.
Like, real
But
shit.
I definitely want to say that's one of my, probably like my top 3.
Rice Gum started eating
my
Snaggy
personal
Mo,
favorite is when I
Silky
came back the
perfected it.
year after.
Nah,
and
this
all my
guy
friends came with me.
perfected it.
Oh,
It just
yeah,
shows
yeah.
that like, look, I could bring all me and my friends onto the camera together. and it's more natural, and
Yo,
I feel like
knowing
it's way
just an
better. But
FYI, your stream
look,
doesn't
bro,
come up when
I
I
have many more
search
years
you
left. I
on
just gotta
Twitch
figure
from my
this shit out. We gotta
PS5
just
Twitch
stay
app. What the fuck?
consistent.
That's
I don't want to
weird.
be able to take breaks consistently where it's like fucking with the
Does
year.
it show
But
up
it
on
all
the Twitch
comes
app
down
at
to
all?
certain factors
Chad,
that I know for
does it show when
sure
you search my name
I
on
need to
Twitch?
cut out completely in order for me to be mentally
He said on his PlayStation
stable for
rad,
the
not
entire year.
Twitch.
It's
Yeah,
a
I know, but I
marathon,
mean
not a
like in
sprint,
general
so
though, because that's
that's
weird.
the
Oh
only
yeah,
thing.
no, you come up.
But like talking about highlights quickly before we move on, like this year, like it was only a little over a month ago that you had it was Dana White, right? In like the election speech. Was it Dana White? I think it was Dana White mentioning
Shut up,
your
Brad,
name.
my
Like,
fault.
where does that rank? That was pretty fucking sick, right? Like, it like you've got like a new president being announced, and you know your name's kind of alongside it as being kind of part of that decision. Like, how did that feel? Like when you're watching that, like what was your reaction? Like that would have been like pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I was sitting in my movie theater with my friends and family, and they looked over, they turned to me, and everyone got happy as fuck. And I felt that feeling too. I was like, damn, this is surreal. But I think just seeing my parents be proud the most was probably like the biggest, like the warmest feeling I felt probably from that
Yo,
moment,
Forever
because that
Bumper,
was
thank you for
huge. It
resub.
was.
My guy.
So and again, they we're talking about it, running it back at the White House when after he's in there. So that's gonna be fucking sick too. A lot of cool shit can come out of that as well. But that was a great moment. It was a great moment. Seriously, awesome.
There was that photo that came out quite recently as well. Not long after that, it was like you, Trump, Dana White, and Elon Musk at the UFC, right? Like, well, that was only like a few days later. Like, you must have felt pretty. You're quite well connected at that point. Like, you've taken streaming to another level when you're getting shout outs at like an election speech. You're suddenly just like casually hanging out with Elon Musk. You've got Dana White there. You've got the ex soon to be president. Like that's a pretty epic photo.
Bro, that
right?
nigga is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that
it is,
nigga
it
really
is.
really
Yeah,
good
it was
Trump,
a great
bro.
moment. Again, with my dad, I go to every UFC with my dad. It was a great moment, great father and son moment for
Bro,
us.
Adin is rich as fuck, bro.
Yeah, and I shook Elon's hand. I never told this story. I shook Elon's hand, and Elon is just, his mind is like spacing. Like, I feel like he's so smart. All his thoughts are just bouncing off of like a thought of a thought of a thought, and you could see it. So when I was like this close to Elon, I'm like, oh my god. He smiled at me. He shook my hand. We have a lot of mutuals, him and I. So maybe one day me and Elon could do something really cool. I would love to. I think he's the man for the future. He wants to save the world, and I really love Elon Musk. I also think he saved the election too. He helped the election out big. He saved it, in my opinion. So
The day somebody go to
I think
space, I know
Elon's
it's
great.
not real.
Man, the craziest
No, it's
thing
gonna
is
be real.
all this has happened since you last went live.
Yeah, I haven't been live in a minute. Missing it, bro. Going crazy. I want to go live. I have so much energy. I need to burst out and get back and all this stuff, bro. So I'm eager, man. I want to get live quick. So that's what I want to do.
Just like switching gears for just a second. Switching gears. So zooming out from like the world of large scale fame that you've been existing in, and kind of coming to kick here. It doesn't feel
Yeah,
like
that's not
long
really what
ago,
you're doing,
right? That you and I were having some of the sort of preliminary discussions around like, what a new streaming platform could potentially look like. I remember there was a few other people on the call. Like there was, it was like this very, very vague idea, right? This vague idea that, hold on, is there a world where another streaming platform could exist? And this would have been like September, I guess, 2022, I think, maybe October. And I remember those times fondly. Like they were good times.
Kick
They were good
isn't
times.
bad,
Leave me this
though.
question.
Like,
that,
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think
we
Kick is as
discussed
bad
quite a
as what
bit
niggas make it to seem,
back
chat.
then with a few people on that call.
Right, it's just not Twitch.
Why does a place like Kick exist in your opinion?
Right,
Why should a place like Kick exist?
Well, look, and I'm gonna be honest, and this is kind of what I want to talk to you both about, because I feel like Kick, when it first came, obviously the motivation behind it was obviously the steak ban, but now it turned into something way more than that, and everyone knows it's real. I think basically when you have competition against the
It
number
was
one.
the
Like for
stakes
example,
ban.
Twitch is like the Nike of this shit.
Why did Twitch
If you have
ban stakes but still allows
kind of like to
gambling?
fire under Twitch's
makes
ass
no
and like to
sense.
fire under Kick's ass to make both
Chad,
platforms
why did
better.
Twitch
So
ban
that's what I
stake?
think it does. It makes the space bigger, it makes the space better, and it can potentially make everything way bigger together.
Pokemon?
Like since Kick is a thing, it made Twitch
It
better.
was Pokemon.
You know what I mean? There's already things that people can call out that what Kick has done. It made Twitch have to basically react and do their own changes. Recently, I don't think what I just said. I think we were very, very strong on it. And my take is I think Kick's we gotta tee up in some ways, in my opinion. I just see the longevity and things that I see what really matters. And I think that there's so much more we can do and make better. And look, it starts with me too. I'm not perfect. And also like it's one of these things. It's like I also love Kick, and I came to Kick, and my community came, and my community.
Well, you
blew
didn't
this
just
shit
come to
up
Kick.
and all-
You helped build Kick, right? Like you were on
Yeah,
that
for
kind
sure.
of that kind of founding team, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, with a community like myself, they're very, very, they're very, very, engaging, right? So they help bring that shit. They literally help make that shit boom, right? No app. We came on. I'll never forget. We came on with no app. We came, we saw. Basically, it was just hella bugs the first day.
Poggers, they started a
but we
campaign on
made it
Twitter to
work.
get it banned.
And again,
Yeah,
I
but it's
still
just
think
dumb
Kick has
because you
been
can still gamble on
built
Twitch.
from the ground up, and it's made it come
They
so
just be on
far.
blackjack all the time on Twitch.
And I wouldn't like to. I just wouldn't want to see Kick basically tumble to the ground. Personally, I wouldn't like to see that, and I know you guys wouldn't either. Right?
First and foremost, I agree with everything, but secondary, like I think Kick's here to stay, right? Kick, I think is something that is.
I think Kick's gonna stay too.
I think it's.
But-
I've said this a heap of times, right? Like the live streaming industry and going up against someone so well established and.
Chat, there's a reason why I say that Kick's gonna stay, bro. Kick is Twitch's only competitor, and I ain't gonna lie. There's been a hell of streaming platforms. Y'all know there's been Facebook Gaming. There's been fucking what's that shit that Kai and Speedrun, Rumble, all types of shit. You feel me? Kick is the only niggas who's really competing with these niggas. Let's be honest. Let's keep it a stat.
Stream and love streaming so much, I think just
Mixer,
being involved in it,
yep.
Me personally, I do one stream a week or whatever, but just being involved in the industry, getting close to whether it's creators like yourself or smaller creators who are up and coming, it's actually pretty epic. So in whatever capacity,
Chat,
Kick will
I
always
remember
exist.
D
That's
Live.
something I'm not worried
Oh
about.
my god, I remember
But,
Nate
can
on there
Kick be
because he
better?
kept getting
Can it be
packed. Y'all
bigger?
remember that shit?
Can it
D
be
Live.
giving
Yo,
the
what
big
the
players,
fuck?
YouTube and Twitch, a better run for their money? Of course it can. And I think, with that, obviously needs to be slight change in direction, slight change in how we operate, continuous learnings that come from just being in this industry a longer time. Because reality is we're still the new players on the block, and there's a lot to learn. And I think
Nate streamed everywhere.
you've given a lot of
Deadass.
guidance as well and been a part of a lot of those decisions.
Yo, I'm so glad I didn't take my Facebook contract. They offered me $500,000.
There's still a lot more to be achieved.
They offered me $500,000. They offered Ticino $1 million.
Oh no, for sure, bro. And
I
again, I want to
denied
make
it.
it very clear. I think everyone can admit it. Like this is not another mixer situation. I think what Kick's done in the past 2 years, no other platform could have done it, right? Like
None, yeah,
at the end of the
I
day,
agree.
like if you think
That's
about
what we
like
just talked
when this
about,
thing
Chad.
started up, and you think about how long it took
Chad, y'all
like other
agree with
platforms like
that? I
YouTube
agree.
streaming and Twitch streaming, how long it took them to really get to where at. Like it
Mixer,
takes a long
D-Live,
time, you know?
all these
It
other
does,
streaming
and I'm very aware of that as well. I
platforms
think people also have to understand like everything
$500,000
nowadays is
turned
kind of
down?
like
For how long? For a
everyone's
year.
like, oh well, fuck, like this one's doing this good. We got to look like how what was the start date on these two? What's the difference on the date? So people don't give that credit as much. The flowers that. So I'll admit that, but yeah, look, I think that Kick is here to stay too. I just think that like little things, like I think the little things matter the most. And what I mean is when little things aren't basically happening, it becomes an issue, and I think that creates bigger problems on the platform.
Agreed.
And I can give you guys an example that just came off the top of my head, if you guys want me to, yeah? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so a streamer like your age, he came on and he was asking for like one thing. He wanted channel points and he wanted, voting or polls, right? The right vote poll system.
That's true.
And I think he asked a long time for that. His community, they're very big on that. To be fair, I've known Josh a very long time, for years. And I know for a fact that like he's the type of person that it involves his community, like all these reactions and all these types of things. And I just know that he made it very, very like, very clear that he needed that feature in order for his chat to kind of be engaged. He wanted that feature. So that's an example.
If you didn't have a
that
deal, you
I
was
just
a
think off the top of my
streamer
head.
kid?
I can name more, but it's like I don't want to do that. I just want to show you guys like the
I'll
small
get to that
small
later,
change can
talk.
do so much for the platform. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, no, I think channel points is one of many examples of features which are incredibly important.
Yeah.
Obviously, obviously it's not too far off being worked on.
And it's
A
been
few
more
sort
like
of
a line
hiccups
yes.
in the
Chad,
road when
what I
it
was
came
gonna
to some
say
of the
is
development.
for new creators, more new creators go to Kick than they are to Twitch, believe it or not, because Kick pays more money. Like if for majority niggas that I've seen been coming out of the cut, I've seen Kick gain a large new audience and new streamers than I have seen with Twitch, personally.
Push back a bit, but are we working on it? Of course. Will it come out soon? Of course. And I always say this, right, Adin? It's once you do have, say, all those small things which are so important when they combine together, when all those small things are in place, the fundamentals of what's in place in terms of the platform, the mentality the platform has, the mentality of how we're operating it. I think that's going to position Kick in an incredibly strong way. Would you agree?
I do. I think if you guys have the best of the best products, and I think if you guys have the best of the best features, you have everything that basically makes you guys like, oh, we have this, we have that, we have this. And yeah, I do. I think then you guys will be able to be, in a better place for sure. 100%. 100%. So then tell us, Ed, tell the world. So when's this new product coming out? What are we thinking? What you want to what are you thinking? Leak some shit, bro. Go ahead.
I can't leak. The thing is, dates. I can't keep dates out anymore. We made this like this new way of approaching stuff. Rather than saying like, hey, look, this is coming here, this is coming here, this is coming here. We're just like, all right, you know what? Rather than like setting timelines and then leaving us in a situation where we may have to rush something out and not have it up to par, we're kind of taking this quality approach. So I can't give you a timeline, but like I think things are pretty close, right? In terms of we're talking about whether it's channel points, whether we're
my
talking
food just
about
got here.
variations.
Y'all think I got time to run downstairs and go grab it?
As we call them, whether we call it the new
This is the perfect time to eat. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all think I got time?
Incredibly overdue.
Yes, nigga, use your legs and run.
Hey,
this stuff's all very much
can't
moving.
say no.
Date wise, I couldn't say, but is it close? Fuck yeah, very close.
I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, just to chime in really quick on that end, there's a different nuance I want to add to this. Because what I'm hearing Adin say also is, like, when guys like your age talk,
who is that nigga?
They need to be listened to.
If you miss something,
right?
bro, the more you wait, bro, the more you might miss something important,
hey,
bro. Just go get that shit.
Like, I want channel points. Where on the priority list are we putting that when we're talking about that, right? And then communicating that back. I think a massive thing is that we got a couple devs in our chat right now, right? So they're hearing this, right? They're hearing this in real time, which is fantastic because in Australia, it's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, right? So you got our team who's in here right now, who's taking this dead serious when they hear Adin Ross is coming on. So I think another nuance to this is that not just like delivering on the product, but like when our partners at that level start to speak, like what is our communication back with you guys, right? Like how do we roundtable this? How do we communicate back to you guys that this is going to take a little bit more time? That way you guys don't feel like I'm just not being listened to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And again, like, the fact that devs are hearing everything and they're trying to just basically push it all on one update, like, I get it. I do. I think the best thing that you guys can, say is if you're actually doing it and you're listening, which I believe you guys are, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what, live streaming is. We're going to talk to the chat and they're going to just talk to us. And, that's kind of what the whole live streaming thing is, right? So, great.
Hey, Adin.
What you laughing at?
Can I miss anything important?
You take
Not
a
at
few
all,
breaks,
bro.
right? You come back like stronger, usually than ever. But when it comes to streaming, you've been doing it a while now, right? Like 5 years, 6 years.
Show me your plate, nigga. What you got?
Like what genuinely motivates you when it comes to streaming? Like what actually makes you go like, hey, I want to do better? Like what gets you fired up?
Obviously money was my motive for a very long time. But I think now that I've realized that, like, no matter what, my family's good and I'm good. I feel like now it all matters about kind of creating, like, I look at it as like unlocking like new shit. So like for example, the stream that I'm hopefully doing, this week, I think it's new. It's fairly new. And I think that if I can find stuff that I genuinely enjoy and I genuinely love and I run with it, and I can be consistent and I can do what I want to do. There's one thing that fucks me up every time that I'm doing great. And no motherfuckers, it's not lean, okay? It's not lean for real. It's when I gamble and lose a lot of fucking money. When I gamble, it gets to me. Like, it really does.
Yeah.
So fuck up my whole motivation. I'm like, fuck. Like, now I want to hop on and do this, that. So it's like, and look, there's times where I'm like, fuck, I just want to go gamble, get my fucking money back and shit like that. But it's like, fuck. But I realize money is not my motive anymore. It's kind of just like seeing what other people are doing, seeing what other people in my space are doing, and be like, oh shit. So how do I do that in my own way, and how do I make something new out of it? Because at the end of the day, bro, I have to either find something like a goal or a motive, or I'm gonna be stuck in a fucking position where I'm like not doing shit. Which honestly, right now is kind of what I'm on. I'm ready to get back ASAP. Like me not streaming makes me want to go live because I'm seeing all the other motherfuckers having fun. It's like that SpongeBob SquarePants meme where it shows him tucked away in the house and they're having fun outside. That's how I feel right now.
I think another thing, man, is I watch a lot of people who are taking the shit that you were doing a year and a half ago, right? They're taking your format and they continue to keep building on it, right? That's what I see in the market. Whenever I see, I'm not going to name names, but when I see other creators and other platforms doing things, I was like, shit, this guy was having like one-on-one basketball with Chris Brown like years ago, man. Like this guy was doing crossover stuff years ago. This guy was having like this. You brought like this Jimmy Fallon late night talk show vibe, but without the corporate media slant where you're bringing on talent that you want.
Adin was the first one to bring rappers and shit on stream. Max took the tactic, transformed it in his own way, and made the niggas record a song on stream, nigga. He started in the booth with Max, nigga. And that shit blew up, nigga. It's the truth. And that shit is fire, nigga. That shit is hard. W method,
It's
nigga.
ripping off. I would say it's more everyone kind of bouncing off each other's ideas. I mean, like, look, everybody at this, we're creators. We have to figure out, what works. And I think what works is when you cross over with celebrities and all these people who have their fan bases, and then their fan base makes your fan base, and then they boom, explode and have babies and have clips everywhere. That's the whole idea of it. So to answer that question, like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily ripping off. I would just say it's more
not ripping off.
Like it makes the space bigger. And
It's
honestly, like the one person again that I kind of bit off of too is Rice. Like Rice is the OG. If you're looking at somebody who's crossing over with these people, that people, this people, he did it in a way where it wasn't big at the time. But Rice Gum is like the ultimate OG. And then you got Ninja. You got Ninja that did the Fortnite with Travis and Drake that one time and all these things.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
What I'm trying to say is the space is going to continue to bounce off each other's
that nigga
ideas
really did a stream with
and
Drake.
form it into a new form of entertainment, which is streaming. And I think people are going to still run with that, and they're going to keep running with that. But I'm happy because I see other people's lives being changed from it. If I'm turning on and I see somebody doing a stream with this person, and I'm like, and someone's like, Aiden already did this, I'm like, that's so stupid and ignorant to think that, because it's like, look, at the end of the day, it's still getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It doesn't matter. I don't care if I want 100 people to do it. I want everyone to get rich and so they can take care of their families. I want everyone to grow their following so they can take care of their families and change their lives around. So I want everybody to take whatever I do, whatever anyone does.
Good guy, man.
And I want everyone to just basically go along with that as well. Yeah.
So I got one more follow-up question to that. Like you bring up Rice Gum, who's a great example of bringing on, talent that he wants to hang out with. How do you feel about like big companies like, let's say, Amazon, that might take this format and kind of taint it, right? Like bring on a talent to do a crossover guest appearance for like a big corporate, advertiser that they might be. I'm trying real hard not to name names here, but like there's so many times where I see your format that's happening on other platforms. I'm like, holy shit, this is a DraftKings ad. This is a massive DraftKings ad. There's no way that this celebrity would be hanging out with this creator unless this relationship was there. So how do you keep from like media corporations totally tainting that vibe?
Hey, what are the picks for today? I ain't make none. I don't know what's the
well, look, like I said, I think like at the end of the day, it's if people want to, get together for a cause. Like you could look. I can give an example. When I did something with Cardi, I paid for it, right? I paid for it. Me and Eddie had that conversation.
That
it
Cardi
made
shit
sense.
was
It made
fucked
kick
up.
number one. It fucking went everywhere. It blew up everywhere. And Cardi would never hop on the fucking stream with me for free. Let's be real. He wouldn't have done it. So if it makes sense business-wise for people to collaborate with brands, and fuck it. I mean, it is what it is.
A
Look,
million for
check this out.
Cardi is crazy.
I'll tell you the truth about all this shit. This is how it is in my world. We're fucking streamers, bro. We're not anybody like, we're not on some like crazy like.
Hey, you still owe me that money for getting scammed by Cardi. You gonna pay me that back?
Fuck no, come get it in blood.
You got me fucking scammed, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But look, check this out though. To go back on that, like, we're streamers at the end of the day, bro. It's like if we were at one point just in our mom or dad's crib playing video games or doing streams to now doing fucking DraftKings ads with I don't know, whatever the celebrity is. That's awesome. They're getting their money. They're meeting these people. They're making the content bigger. Fuck you, let them do it. Because now streaming is getting so mainstream that it's becoming a corporate entertainment business.
For real, it is.
Now it's getting even more and more and more like corporate.
No,
and more and more
lying,
mainstream.
Chad,
It's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That's a problem that I struggle with.
Oversaturated.
I can try to
Streaming
clean
is
up for some
oversaturated.
brands,
There's too much money,
but then
bro.
I'll see something that I want to speak my mind on. I'm like, all right, I can't anymore. I gotta fucking say some shit about this.
Exactly.
It's like I get baited. It's like I have no choice sometimes. It's just,
niggas will be reacting to some shit. I'll be reacting to music and be so hard not to call these niggas trash because the label sponsoring. You feel
go back
me?
what you're saying. I think
little shit.
brand deal or not, collaborating is just making the whole space bigger and everything.
Dead ass.
So, yeah.
It's pretty crazy though. Yeah, like you mentioned, like with all these corporate brands getting involved, I think live streaming's on the up and up, right? Like it's just continuing to break barriers. Like I think live streamers nowadays are just like A-list celebrities almost. Like 2, 3, 4 years ago, like that was not the case.
No, I wish.
Insane.
I do it
but
for love.
you talk about this changing landscape, Aiden. I was meaning to ask
Oh
you,
my
right?
God, was unnecessary, but okay.
You've done this for like 5 odd years, right? And you've kind of like almost like somewhat like grown up with your community, right? Like how old were you when you were streaming? When you started, like 17?
No.
So yeah, I first started streaming when I was like 16. Didn't work out, and then I started streaming like when I was like 18-ish. Yeah, 18,
but you kind of blew up just as you like quote unquote became an adult, right? Like your community, those people who were there from the get-go have seen you kind of like go through these early sort of ages of.
Aiden account really broke barriers for streamers. No, they did. They opened doors for niggas like us to get brand deals. That's why I said
this journey,
I'll never disrespect them because now it's gotten to the point where certain brands they don't got the money to sponsor them, so they sponsor us. You feel me? That's why I respect them. I love it. And I love it.
Anything you change? Have you executed on it? Is there any regrets at all, or has it just been like fuck it?
Oh God.
The saddest thing I realized about being having a big heart in my space is that it's very hard to find someone genuine. It's very hard. I would say.
Agreed.
I don't even know, bro. I think in the beginning I wanted to be best friends with everybody, and I wanted to kind of just be like everybody's like. I don't know. I just never saw streaming as like it being so serious and so deep into where it's an actual thing. I don't know. I feel like one thing I can say is I wish I enjoyed my come up more. And because I feel like going back on the come up and enjoying it and appreciating it, you'll feel better because you get those rewards and you gain the rewards and you're actually getting to like feel it again and see it again.
Oh, I gotta fix my camera again. My phone.
And I think number 2, just maybe not trusting everybody. I feel like because like I said, there's not a lot of genuine people to people. And I'll be real, I'm not genuine to a lot of people. That's just how the space works. It's a fucking business at the end of the day. It's like there's genuine relationships I have in this business and then there's not. But most of them are fucking ingenuine. But look, most people in my life right now would not be friends with me if I didn't have my name and my money. It's just the truth. And I've accepted that, and that's okay.
Yep,
so
that's true.
I think to go back on what I'm
that's
saying,
true.
yeah,
Facts
like,
fix it,
I think just maybe not trusting as much and maybe just being more grounded and I don't know, I don't know, bro. I feel like all that shit really matters to be more grounded with yourself as well. Keep your close ones close and
I think from
your
now on,
family close, like number
fun.
1, you know?
Yeah, but streaming for fun isn't always the move.
You kind of like you're talking about that come up, right? Like I guess it was pretty full on. It was pretty quick, right? Like as what 18, 19 years old, like kind of having to very quickly learn a whole bunch of sort of life lessons that people typically
that goes for most streamers
over the course of like 20 odd years. I guess you certainly end up learning on the spot and naturally
Not
probably
true.
attract some incredible people, but some pretty I don't know.
Not
Pretty
true at
bad
all.
ones as well. So I'm sure you've seen
Yeah.
a bit, right? But well, I take it at this point you're pretty well versed in kind of figuring out who's who.
For sure. For sure.
Um,
My turn. My turn.
Adin wants to jump. He wants to jump in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, go for it. You got some questions?
I do. This one's for Santana. It's a two-parter. Santana, what happened to your mustache?
I
What the
shaved it
fuck?
after Stockholm, man, for Thanksgiving. My wife made me cut it off. So honestly, man, that thing was a son of a bitch. I could not eat Thanksgiving dinner with that bullshit on my face. But yeah, I cut it about a month ago. I know chat thinks it was Neon. I know chat thinks that it might have been you who had me shave it, but it was straight up fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Couldn't do it, man.
Yeah. Mustache man.
Mustache man.
Chat, is Aiden
mustache
still
man.
cool with Neon?
All right,
I
look,
don't think he fuck
we'll
with
get
him
straight
no more,
down
right?
to it, bro, because I'm here to just speak, bro. I don't give a fuck who's watching. I don't care. Santana, I heard you don't like me, bro. Why don't you like me?
Your intel's flawed, sir. I love you, man.
Come on, bro. Tell me what. You gotta keep it a beat with me, bro. We on live. Come on, bro. We don't gotta do the PR shit.
I'm keeping it 100 with you, man. I think what you did with Trump fucking flipped the game, man. And I tweeted out
Agreed.
about it.
Thank you.
In fact, I was one of the only few people in the industry that tweeted out about it, like directly. Let me tell you something else. Where I was before, there was no way I was tweeting out about that, man. There was no way that I was shouting you out and saying, hey, this guy fucking flipped it. Not only did I tweet it out, I put it out on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn's an entirely different game, man. I said, what happened, no matter with the politics, the day that you did it, the day after, man, on LinkedIn, I said, this guy squarely handed like Fox, CNN, all the big boys their ass, man. So, listen, man, I don't know where you're getting your intel. It might be from a couple people that might have been let go.
Aiden saved me on that.
Internally.
Bro, Aiden made a lot of careers, bro.
That might have a beef.
Without Aiden,
but
a
I'm
lot of
letting you
niggas
know,
wouldn't be
man,
relevant.
I'm
On
on the
God.
fucking Aiden train 100%.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you said it publicly, so you cleared it up. That's good. Thank you, bro. And thank you for that. That was very nice, by the way, what you did about the Trump thing. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. Thank you.
No. But not only that, man, like, look, from the jump, because I was over on the other side too, right? And the other side's got their favorites, man, right?
For sure.
And so the thing is that the only reason I lasted at Amazon for as long as I did is because I just had good ideas. That was it. But I was a black sheep in those hallways, man. I never understood why we had a TOS that forced the average age of a streamer is 33 right now. I never understood why we had a TOS that forced people to act like 14-year-olds, man.
The
Right?
average age of a streamer
I never
is
understood that. I always
33?
said, like, if we
No,
just
the
loosened
fuck
up our
it's
TOS,
not.
we could become, we could own the media space, not just live streaming. And then that's one thing that I told Eddie and Bijan when I came over. I said, I think we could be the Las Vegas of the internet, man. I think that we could be the HBO of this space while Nickelodeon's happening, right? If we just loosen up on our TOS just a little bit, if we just let people act like adults.
So you guys think that the TOS is an issue? I think Kick's TOS right now is very, very harsh. I think you guys need to. I know these guys are fucking Serbians and shit, and they have to play all by the rules. But I think having an American or Canadian or something type of moderation team is what we need right now, bro. Like I feel like the bans, the Kick moderation is very harsh. I really do.
There's older
I think
streamers.
when we first
Who the
started
fuck is
Kick,
that
it was one
old
of these
to be
things
making
where
us
it's like
average
we're trying to
33?
basically give people
Get the fuck out of here.
a less strict Twitch in the beginning, and I think we've lost that. I think right now Kick has a less, or Kick is more harsh than Twitch's TOS. And I think maybe if we could just find a way to develop a better moderation system, it could really do a lot. It could really help. I'm serious. We should really consider doing something to change the moderation system. I feel like in my base is just way too harsh. Seriously.
Yeah, I think when it comes to
And
moderation, right,
Eddie, you also tweeted that too. I saw you made a poll, and the poll won. You know that it's too harsh.
yeah, well,
Go ahead, I mean,
it's worth noting that even like I think even with that poll, right? I think there was like 10,000. I can't remember exactly. Like 10,000 people that think it's too
WL is
soft.
definitely
still, right?
younger, but Parker's like
You know,
grown as fuck.
I disagree
Bro,
with you.
33 grown?
You say like
Hell
kick is
no.
more harsh. Like we certainly are definitely looser in some areas.
I'm
I
gonna
think
look this
there's
shit
just
up.
certain areas we had to get really strict on, right? I think there was some, you know, there's some areas of moderation where it's just you can't even make jokes about it, right? You know, stuff to do with minors, stuff to do with child endangerment, stuff to do with,
Of course.
you know,
Yeah.
that stuff is tough, right? So we had to really clamp down on it. You know, whether people were joking or not doesn't really matter. It's just something you don't joke about. You know, I think when it came to the IRL content, you know, Kick was kind of getting a bad name, getting tainted with some people doing some crazy shit, and you know, we wanted to change that for the sake of all the other streamers on the platform. We wanted them to be proud of the platform they streamed on. So we started, you know, tweaking around and trying to find out where that kind of sweet spot is.
I don't know.
You know, do I agree that some bands?
I don't
I'm
believe
like,
it's
fuck, do we
33
really need
gang.
to do that all the time, right? I think there's so many times I'm like, okay, this is too harsh. But then there's other times where I'm like, fuck, it's probably too soft. So, you know, it's just a game of trying to figure out where that kind of middle ground stands. I think, you know, to what Andrew mentioned before, it's about allowing people to be adults, though, right? I think, you know, when you kind of force people to act towards an age that is like, you know, of 13-year-olds or whatever, that's when things get way too strict. I don't think we're at that point. But is there certain areas that we can loosen up on 100%? Are we having those conversations? We are. Do we want to go back to the point we were at when Kick first launched? I don't think so either. I think that was a little bit too loose. So it's kind of this like, you know.
Me too. I do too.
We got to
I
kind
do
of
too,
like
but
find this balance. And it's
balance
tough.
it.
It's tough.
Yes.
It's tough. But like, don't get me wrong. That's the good thing about Kick is like all it takes is a few conversations, a few changes of policies. And, you know, we can make those changes, right? We don't have to go to a board of directors or do a whole bunch of process to make these things happen. We don't have like a directive that says you need to do this. You know, we're in control of this destiny, and we will make sure that we get it right and get it to a point which, you know, allows people to be proud to be on a platform that isn't tainted by like crazy, you know, degenerate, for lack of a better word, content, but at the same time allow people to really be themselves. So anyway, it's ongoing, and I think we'll find that middle ground. I think we're primed to be able to.
Kick Watch was
Fair
porn.
enough.
Nah,
I think if you guys
Kick Watch
are,
was
like
porn.
you said, Eddie, you already
I
kind
didn't
of
mind it though.
trying to find that
Y'all
balance. I
mind
think
it?
that's the most
I didn't
important
mind
part.
it.
You're looking for the
You
balance.
wanna know why?
So
I feel
as
like
long as
Twitch
you're actually
needed
looking for
an
the balance
after dark at the time.
you're
You're
At
Adin
the
on that,
time,
though.
when we were
What
bringing all
bands
the
do you think
creators
are
and shit,
unjustified recently?
they
Do you
should
have
have done a
examples?
Twitch after dark, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
be
mean, I just
18
thought of
plus.
them, like, I'm
That
pretty sure
ass.
the chat can too.
But there's still
So,
certain
I'm
streamers
not gonna say what
who do
streamer. There's a
nudity and
streamer on
paint they
Twitch
shit,
where
bro. Make it
somebody
after dark, bro.
where they were playing like the German, they were reenacting as a German, and they put up like the hand, and then somebody did that over here, and they got like a 2-week or 3-week ban, but the person on Twitch didn't get a ban at all. So like that is like something I'm talking like something like that. Obviously, it's a bad thing. Obviously, like I don't fuck with that. I'm Jewish myself, like obviously, but like bro, like that's just an example. I could just think about the top of my head. It's like, and again, like maybe like a quick little like take down that stream and explain to them on the call type of thing, or like a text, different. But I feel like we gotta have something where like
Emirates be
the moderation.
yeah.
They're doing so good, but sometimes when you do so good, it kind of ruins things. You
Yeah,
don't want it
yeah,
to be
yeah.
perfect. You just don't. You want to have it open a little bit.
But do you agree that like, okay, I understand that situation kind of sucks, right? And it's a bit over the top. But do you agree that like when you probably want to avoid those things kind of being a pointed joke, right? Like you don't
100%.
want people really joking about
Yes.
that kind of stuff. It's just best to steer clear of the
Agreed.
subject, right?
I agree. Of course. I think everyone should just be sticking free from that subject. Yes, I agree. But that circumstance, I can think of another one too. Like I think there was a streamer named Derek. I don't really know the full context, so I'm just gonna speak for what he made a video about. He said something about like somebody like lied about being a minor, and then he had their actual ID and he proved it, and then he just completely got permanently. I'm just thinking of something that like obviously like I know you guys don't fuck with the minor shit. You shouldn't at all because that shit is a no go, and any type of minor weird shit automatic indefinite. I'm on
Well,
the same page.
let's be real. Let's be
Wait,
real.
what?
Derek Graz approached me at DreamHack Dallas. All right, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it was DreamHack Dallas. I sat down with him. All right, here's another thing that happens, right? So like,
Yeah.
we don't
Aiden always
post
gonna stay with Kick. He's
videos.
a degenerate gambler. Nah, Aiden is a gambler, but you could gamble on Kick now. I just feel like Stake is paying him too much money, that the money is making him stay. And here's another thing is that I'm gonna be honest with y'all, even with my Kick deal, Stake is the one that really makes streamers stay on Kick. It's not really Kick, it's really Stake. You feel me? Stake pays a crazy bag for you to gamble. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think that Aiden wants to come back to Twitch, but I don't think Twitch will allow him to. And I ain't gonna lie, his return is gonna make streaming super competitive. On God. On God. Everybody's already going live every day from all the FaZe boys, AMP boys. Then you got Adin Ross back and all these other niggas coming back. Then you got the miscellaneous niggas like the Shay Frost, the Ty Littles, you know what I'm saying? Like Dabo, Rakai, all type of shit, you feel me? Like niggas is gonna be going crazy, nigga.
Like, you know, what do you think? Should we take it a step further and post it?
Man, niggas doing
Should we be like, hey, actually, this is why you got banned, bro? Or you get what I'm saying?
I think actually having the public, that's a great idea. How about if it's a controversial ban, no matter how big the streamer is, have the public see it, have the public react to it, and that's the way you guys should go about things.
That's kind of cool. Maybe there's like another page called like kick ban reveals. I don't fucking know. Some like page on
whatever it is.
Shit.
Yeah.
And it's like whenever someone goes public with like, hey, why did I get banned?
It's
going
like crazy.
We kind of can release it there. That could be kind of cool. And then like use the public opinion to kind of gauge like, hold on, was this warranted or not? That could kind of work. Because I think there's a whole bunch of like misconceptions around like why people got banned. That's for sure.
It would be super cool that I can make that a segment when I'm streaming. All right, who's the controversial ban of the week?
That should be a sick segment, eh?
Look at the Aussie. He loves it. Look at him. Look at him. Listen, yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Funny,
I'll make a segment like once a week, the most controversial ban of the week, and then we just we'll have my chat on. Like it could be like a whole big thing.
I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one that you could start out with, right? Okay, so Neon recently. Okay, let's talk about Neon getting banned for the chicken thing. All right, so he got banned. He got banned for the chicken thing. All right, look, I hunt. I've seen worse things on Discovery Channel.
What do you do with the chicken
right?
shit,
I've seen worse things on like those fucking wilderness things. Yada yada yada. Right? But
I always
the thing that took the social media
I might be retarded.
were these like little side clips.
You mean
right?
Ty Lil?
What wasn't shown was the actual like
I might be retarded.
like picking apart of the chicken in real time. Which was pretty gory, which was pretty bad, right? Like it hung on the shot for way too long. Let me also make another thing clear to chat. I don't make the decisions on these bans. All right, I just see them. I just see them. I come across them, right? But my point is that the narrative on social media was, oh, this dude got banned. He's just on a survivor island. Yada yada yada. Totally get that, 100%. But at the same time, the clips of why he got banned weren't being accurately shown. That speaks to the gore behind what was being done to that chicken.
Okay, I have a question because your chat's saying it. Did Ice Poseidon really get banned for throwing an egg?
Yeah, that he did.
It's a fucking egg.
He got banned. Yeah.
What?
Was that the one where he was on a highway, or was it moving cars, or was he throwing eggs at somebody? What was it?
Hey, so that was kind of like a case study.
He said baby mom's off rip.
Meeting that
Huh?
kind of
You didn't hear what I showed you?
Hold on, bro.
That's why I started laughing. Oh, baby moms. They both said baby moms. Baby moms. I said,
we're going a little bit too far.
I got to disconnect Vaughn. I had your chat.
Trying to protect ourselves from bad situations.
Nah, he was wilding.
He's wilding.
I think honestly, Ice Poseidon and a lot of what he's done these last 12 months has been amazing. He's really set the standard for IRL streaming. He's been super responsible, just been like a great person. He hasn't been invasive. He hasn't like caused any issues. Like he just sets like a great standard of quality IRL content. And yeah, I think in that situation, that like throwing the egg situation, I don't think that was fair on Ice. Ice took it well. He didn't even give a fuck. He was like, whatever. Like I understand, but again, I think we've got a whole bunch of stuff we need to work on, right? And I think naturally, like the moderation goes, up and down in kind of flows depending on circumstances. But we're trying to balance it out. That's for sure.
But I've said that. I've said that so many times that Ice Poseidon, without Ice Poseidon, there's no kick as well. I think all of CX knows that. I think Eddie, you know that. I didn't give my flowers on the Mount Rushmore when I give it to Ice. He's the greatest IRL streamer of all time.
Who's Ice Poseidon? Am I lost? Tell you, I know who Ice is. Am I lost?
The Hunger Games, and all these Squid Games, doing all the shit. He's elite, bro. He's on a different level. I love Ice. Great fucking guy. Great streamer. He can make anything entertaining. Anything. I had to bring that up because it just reminded me.
He created IRL.
But taking it back real quick to the moderation aspect, look, we talk about Neon.
Really?
That was like a 5-hour ban. That was like there was a conversation right? Like, good luck having that kind of conversation on other platforms in real time. Same thing with Ice Poseidon and the egg thing, right? Like, our partners team immediately gets on the phone with you guys and been like, all right,
Ice created IRL for
where
real?
did we cross the
Never knew
line?
that.
Where did you cross the line? What's reasonable? How can we get you back on the air? Because Eddie has said this plenty of times. We don't want to ban anyone. Like, I certainly don't want to see, like, I was more so on the moderation team probably in the first 13 months of Kick, right? Because there was only like 10 of us running it for like the first like 4 or 5 months, right? And then all of a sudden we like, you know, so it was a little bit more of the Wild West. But as the platform grows, what I don't want to lose is those one-on-one conversations to be more reformative, right? Where your chat calls out a lot, like, we don't want to be Twitch 2.0, man. Like, we don't want to go ban.
But I think, hold on, let's pause that right there.
Yeah,
Because
go.
I think that's what'll make Kick work. Stop trying to be Twitch. I think that's what the issue is. When we're trying to replicate Twitch instead of doing our own thing, that's what'll always end up biting us in the ass. I think
Totally
having
agree.
that standard. That
Totally
standard will
I did
ruin
not
Kick.
come here for Twitch 2.0. I came here so that live streaming is the next mass media. I'm talking about taking over live streaming. Like, I'm talking about taking over Hulu, Paramount, fucking Amazon Prime. That's what I'm talking about. I think that live streaming, that's where my eyes at. I'm not trying to be Twitch 2.0, Mixer 2.0, fucking YouTube gaming 2.0. Like, our heads on in a totally different stratosphere, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%.
I think that's a good point though, right? I think you know what defines Kick, what makes Kick.
Kick can make a comeback like a lot. They got money.
We can really identify with like, hold on, what's the
I
point of
think
differentiation and making sure
I
we
think
stick our guns
Kick
to it.
is
because,
Twitch 2.0.
Just trying to replicate what's been
That's
done
the
before
thing.
is not the play.
And I don't think
Not
that's a
the play at
problem. I
all.
think they should just pay more.
I think
You
you know
feel me?
live streaming can go
Pay
a
more.
really long way. I think with the right the right flexibility to streamers. So yeah, I don't think for a second we want to replicate anything, but yeah, we got some work to do in terms of.
It's not. So, Chad, you don't think Kick has Twitch?
Aiden, if I ask you, what is like, you say don't become like Twitch, right? You say like don't be like Twitch.
I mean,
What
I
is
think
the biggest issue?
Twitch
with
is the origin, bro, and Kick just follow behind.
on.
But,
Bro, I
like,
think like the moderation, right? I feel like when they could just ban people without like any type of call or FaceTime or something like that, like, yo, this is why you got banned. How do we go from here? Like, that's an example. I feel like the moderation, we're too deep in, bro. We gotta like just take your foot off the brake. Take your foot off the gas just a little bit and take a step back and let's try to like refigure things out, because there's gotta be a better system we can have. I feel like it's just not fair. I feel like there needs to be more understanding, but I completely also see the other side of the fence, what you're saying as well. I think that stuff can't go too far. I do see both sides. I do. I just think there needs to be a better balance. Like you said earlier, balance. Balance is number one.
Yeah.
Gotta get that balance going.
On the note, I probably know, but what was the exact reason you got banned from Twitch?
Steak.
So
What was the official reason? Like, I know it was like something.
Yeah,
I loosely remember the story.
So back when obviously Kick first started, I got banned for an unmoderated chat in the top right of my screen. Right, it just had a bunch of like swastikas and a bunch of slurs and TOS, all this shit. Right.
Oh.
And I mean, there's other streamers that obviously have an unmoderated chat. You can't moderate thousands of people. You just can't. Right? You can't. So do I do it? Do I think that they banned me for that specific reason? No, I don't. Do I think they banned me because now it's just their way of getting me out of there so I wouldn't promote Kick? Yeah, I do. But that's okay. And look, at the end of the day, bro, like, I've accepted that and it is what it is. And yeah, I mean,
That's
Well, yeah,
why
if,
he got
if you think he got banned
Chad?
just for like promoting Kick,
What the
why do you think
fuck?
like Train and X haven't been banned?
Nigga, he's blackballed. Like,
I think Train
super
did recently just
blackballed.
get banned, actually. He just recently got banned for something
really?
similar to that. Yeah. I think they unbanned him after a couple of days. Happy birthday to Train Rex, by the way. I love you, Train. I texted you, but happy birthday to you publicly. I haven't been on fucking stream or nothing, so I love you, Train. Happy birthday. 4 years old. Insane.
34? Oh my god. Maybe the average is high.
You're still young.
Happy
But
birthday,
yeah, bro,
Train.
that's the whole Twitch thing for me, right? But yeah, man, it is what it is.
Nah,
Cool.
fair enough.
Cool.
So real quick, so during the unbanned campaign, during the unbanned Adin campaign from Twitch, like, how did you feel about all the people coming out who was just 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, saying leave Adin on kick, who were rolling out the red carpet over there. Like how do you? I think this goes back to what you were saying earlier in the conversation. It's tough to have friends in this industry because they start being on Team Adin when they see that you could do something for them. Does that make sense?
So one thing I will say that I've actually, Coffin sat me down and he talked to me about this. He was like, yo, Adin, think about your community, your Twitter community, for example. It's so toxic. But it's because, Adin, they see every clip of every streamer throwing shots at you. That's why they're the way they are towards other streamers. It's not because they solely hate on them just because they're bad people. It's because the shots they subliminally throw at you. And that's what Cuff sat me down and talked to me about it. Which, by the way, guys, I still have 20-something days to bring that com back.
He didn't necessarily
I don't know if I'll bring it back just because I want to rebuild it. I want to bring in people that are on this path to just kind of be like on some shit where we can keep elevating. And I've said this so many fucking times, but like, that's why my action is going to speak up louder than my words. And I'm going to actually go down the right path. And this time, I'm not going to fucking pussy out. I'm going to stay down this path. I'm not going to turn into no PG streamer like Trainwrecks would say, but I'm going to definitely take things back a little notch just so I can get more and give people what they more want to see. I'll still speak my beliefs and what I truly believe in my rights, obviously. Everything. But yeah, bro, to answer your question, to see people subliminally shade and then now they're happy in moments. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's part of the game, bro. It's part of
Lewis hate Kai for no reason,
right? We're in entertainment
nah,
space,
they
so it's
do.
like,
AR
at the end of the day,
Lewis
bro,
really
as long
hate
as
Kai.
these people are cool with
I
me,
can like AR Lewis really has a
one-on-one,
hit list. They really hate a lot of
texting, call me
niggas.
and shit.
They hate Max
and check up on me and shit like that. And I'm checking about them.
Crazy,
as long as they have a
bro.
relationship outside of this shit, and they can say what they want on stream.
I think
That's why when I saw XQC and Kai today going at it, I was upset.
Like, yo,
bro, they're
chat.
two genuine people.
Y'all remember
and
when?
XQC
Hold on,
is a major fucking troll.
bro.
He's a major troll. I know that's how Felix speaks, and that's how he jokes. But one-on-one, Felix is like the sweetest guy ever, bro. He's the sweetest. He's a great fucking friend. And Kai's a great human being, too. He's a sweet human being as well. So when I saw that, it made me mad. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, it's just not, it just looks bad, like, that they're doing that, because I know reality, these are two really good people. Kai has a big heart, and so does X, so that made me upset. But again, bro, it's like, as far as the space goes, like, the people that I talk to off camera, and I don't have to talk to them every day, but just people that check up on me, and I check up on them, and it's genuine. They're good people, and there's some, but there's not a lot. Honestly, there's not a lot.
And on the like community stuff, like heaps of people asking about that. Like, I know we've spoken about this loosely, but why don't you just like moderate it? Like, find a middle ground. Like, find just a little bit of a middle ground,
work, bro.
and get that community back. Like, I don't know. I look at like.
Of course you want it back.
Like,
of course you want it back. Of course you do.
With you, right? Like, the biggest thing you've got, right? Well, the biggest, right? But one of the biggest things is like this crazy loyal following, right? This like insanely loyal following that like I don't think anyone will ever be able to replicate. And now I don't know, I think keeping like the community alive just in some form, even if it's just like I don't know, like you could be PG or whatever you want to call it, but just keeping everyone together, you know?
No, not PG.
Man, you gotta keep that together. Like, I don't know, that was like, again, it was toxic and even towards me, right? But I was like, fuck, that's cool. Like, people like fuck with you that much.
But it's cool until it's not cool, until family gets harassed and all mental stuff goes down and people start to do things that like is not human and fucking you know, then it's not cool. Then it's not cool, and then it's not worth it.
Surely you can get like a band there, right? Or like, you know, you just get like
I've been trying to moderate this thing for a long time. And
you got some of the best mods in the game, right? They could figure that out in like a minute.
Well, I didn't solely delete it for an actual purpose. There's a few reasons. I'll be real with you. There's a few.
No, it means XQC.
And
XQC. Yeah.
Look, some people internally wanted me to, you know, fix it, you know, to do it. It would help my future in some way. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. And honestly, it's the best thing for me too, because if I can just some way make my community mature with me, then that's all I need, bro. People don't want to fucking be around somebody that has the craziest community, bro. I have genuine people hit me up, be like, yo, why are they saying this shit? Why are they saying this shit? And again, like, what Cup said is the other standpoint on it. The standpoint is they just fuck with you so much and they see everyone treat you like shit and talk shit about you. But it's like at the end of the day, bro, it's like, I don't give a fuck. And if I don't give a fuck, why do you give a fuck? Because I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm still going to stream. I'm still going to do this. Motherfuckers are still going to want me to collab with this person no matter what, even if they hate them. It's all a bunch of fake. So I like the community side of things where people are actually cool and they have lives. The people that just sit there all day and they're negative, I don't fuck with that, bro. I'm sorry, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think people gotta stop being negative, and I think people gotta just be happy, and that's it, bro. I think it would be great if people could just be positive. Straight up. Convi, I know you're watching. Convi, can you please bring me a water, bro? I asked you like 10 minutes ago. And it's not even on the servant shit, butler shit.
Oh
Please, bro,
my
it's hot as
god,
fuck,
this
bro.
nigga got
Please, I need water.
minions.
Yeah,
Oh
and,
my
and-
God,
yeah,
this nigga
Andrew
got
was like,
minions.
Andrew was talking about, well, I guess kind of mentioning
Nah,
that you
yo,
more or
the
less-
AO lawyers said they were gonna send pieces to my crib. Remember, chat? And I said, I told them, I said, chat, y'all don't remember that shit? I said, send them, I'm hungry. Y'all don't remember that shit? And they just, like, I ain't gonna lie, they didn't even get mad about that shit. They was just laughing, bro. Like, dead ass. I feel like AR lawyers really fuck with me, bro. Because I trolled them, bro. Like, real shit, bro.
content creation, all that kind of stuff. I know you've heard it a million times, right? But have you thought about like what like? Surely you've thought about like an idea of kind of revolutionizing streaming again,
they
right?
send
Is that
them?
kind of your goal
No.
to do that again? Like, you know, take things to another level
No, I ain't get
kind
no
of
pizza.
sort of evaluate
got
how you
high
run your streams
security
and kind
though,
of
so
set
that's
that
probably why.
new standard, right? Like, surely that's your kind of goal going forward.
I just think creating a bunch of new shit. I feel like boxing, for example, was so great. I got shut down because we didn't have the paperwork and legitimacy,
Bro,
right? But now we
boxing
have
was
everything.
so
So now it's like, okay,
good, bro.
this is a gold mine. It took me months to get the legitimacy for it. And I actually was passionate about the shit. When I lost the boxing because I got shut down due to not being legal, it broke my heart. I was like, damn, I was really passionate about this. This is so fucking awesome. And this gives me a
Bro,
whole different
the
industry
boxing shit was
to kind of tie down
fire,
and get
Chad.
bigger in. When I was just at the
That
recent
shit was
UFC in Tampa,
fire.
Kobe Covington versus Buckley, the commissioner of Florida walks up to me and he smiled and he gave me a handshake. He says, congratulations, you're finally fucking legit. And then I said, you got to come to my first event. And it's like, he's the one who handed me a card at the UFC a year ago, or ish. It was like, yo, Mr. Ross, this is a card basically saying you got to basically get legit or we're going to have to shut you down. So that is an awesome moment for me that I went with my dad. He walks right up to me and he just hands me that card. Or not, well, doesn't hand me the card, but shakes my hand. It was awesome, bro, because now I understand, it's like,
shit was
now that I have
lit,
this
nigga.
shit, I'm not gonna let it go
y'all
this time.
niggas lucky
I'm not
shut it
gonna- I'm
down,
not gonna take
nigga.
advantage, 'cause
Cause
this
y'all
shit
would've saw
is
me back
automatic
then,
hit. I think
nigga.
everyone loves
All
fighting.
y'all
I think
streamers
everyone's gonna
who
love the
would've
people that I'm
thought
gonna
they
bring on.
had something on me,
And
niggas,
I
they
think
would've
everyone's
got
gonna fuck
whooped,
with it, bro. And I
nigga.
think
Y'all
it's
niggas
something
know
really
I
special.
get,
And
nigga.
I'm not
These
gonna let it
bitches
go this
work.
time.
Do your
So
homework
creating
on
more
these
shit like
bitches.
that,
These bitches
revolutionizing
work. Do
more
your homework.
projects like that is kind of what I
Yo,
want.
like,
Not so much like the traditional desktop
niggas
streams,
got saved,
because I feel like
nigga.
those are awesome to do, but I feel like they're not the best to do.
We
And I
talked
feel
about
like
this a bit
at
though,
this
like,
point, it's so saturated. It's so saturated though.
but even like the desktop streams, when you're doing like your Discord stuff and that, like, I don't know, there is like a good portion of people that fuck with that, right? I think it's about like finding that medium between like the desktop streams and kind of just like interacting with that loyal community, but also that medium behind
Chat.
doing crazy shit, right? Like whether it's brand risk,
do any of y'all niggas in the chat right now really
IRL
believe
trips,
that
all
y'all
kind
can
of
beat me
stuff,
up?
which you know you're on
Yeah.
the forefront of.
Really
but-
look at me.
Well, the desktop streams,
you
they've
really
still got,
think
they've
you
still
could
got
beat me
place,
up?
right? Like I think, you know,
Knock
there's
it
certainly
off,
some
bro.
great
Knock it
moments that
off.
come from, you know, just
Knock it
sitting
off,
back, kind of,
bro.
you know, taking in what's happened over the last week. I don't know, me personally, like I've watched quite a bit of your streams and stuff, and I think there's been incredible segments there. Like I don't know, I wouldn't like discard the desktop streams as if they're like bad. I think out of anyone who does desktop streams, you do them pretty damn well,
Yeah,
right?
AD, he backed out.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I
niggas
have
knew to
fun
back
doing
out,
it.
nigga.
If
Just
I
know
plan
that.
segments, it's a lot of fun. But I
Everybody
feel
who
like
I was
once you
supposed to
start
fight, they
doing
backed
streams
out
that you
for a
don't plan,
reason, nigga.
you
These
have to
bitches
plan.
work, nigga.
Because
Do your homework.
My community will be like, oh, watch him do anything.
Yo,
and then
V
they'll be
stand,
like,
man,
oh,
thank you
fuck,
for the
fuck
5
is this
months.
shit? So I don't want
Why
them to
did
think
you
that. I
drop
want them
Kit?
every time I'm live, they're like, oh shit, let's
I
tune
already
in.
discussed
That's
like
the whole
10
thing,
times,
right? I
bro.
want them to be like, oh fuck, Aiden's live, what's he doing today? That's what I want. So I had that, and I've had that before, and I think the way to do it is just kind of having my mind set on one thing, and that's having fun. I feel like when I'm forcing it, and for example, like my recent when I was forcing going live, trying to go live 60 days in a row, it's a force fit. I'm kind of miserable at the end. And it's like, if I would have just basically, you know, did some shit where I would schedule it, it'd be a lot smoother, a lot better. People would fuck with it more.
Agreed.
Quality over quantity, I feel like at this point is very
Agreed.
important to do in streaming, especially when you have somebody's level like mine, or not even like mine. I feel like any small streamer as well, mid streamer, whatever the fuck it is, you got to have some type of like quality to it to
Yep.
kind of basically stand out.
Yeah. Well, when can we expect the brand risk boxing to come back? What you've got clearance.
January.
What you've got like.
We got a date, yeah, January. Yeah, we're not gonna miss a month. We're gonna go January through December. No matter what. So that's why I'm not stopping a month for brand risk. So that's gonna be dope. Very, very
And I
excited.
got loads of
So,
bots
Adin,
for you,
where-
Aiden.
where-
Let's
where are you
get
gonna
this
stream
money.
it?
I got streamers wanting to fight, bitches wanting to fight. Let's
know,
get
bro,
this
maybe
money,
Twitch.
nigga. Let's get this money, nigga.
That hurt your heart.
Tell y'all want to
didn't
see me
it?
on
I
there?
loved it.
Y'all not going to.
Nah. We'll see, bro.
Not.
Obviously,
But
you know,
look, I
look,
will be
nah, I'll be
watching
real. I'm
and
doing brand risk
offending.
on
You
Kick.
feel me?
Eddie, you've been nothing but so right to me as a partner in this shit, and you're great, bro. And you believe in brand risk, and I know you want to see this shit go to the moon. I think we'll make something so big out of this, bro. Leave it with me, leave it with Tav, leave it with the people that are gonna make this shit the next level, and we're gonna we're gonna do brand risk on Kick on 1,000,000%, no matter what. Brand risk will be on Kick, where that's the only way to do it right on there. And we're gonna make that shit even bigger and better. I want to sell out venues one day with this brand risk and shit. I want to collaborate with UFC one day with this brand risk shit. I want to take this shit to the next level, bro. So that shit is coming no matter what, January. No matter what. No matter what.
January.
On Kick.
Oh yeah.
On Kick.
January brand risk boxing returns on Kick. Love it. What? But when can we expect you to go live before that as well? Is that happening pretty soon or?
Yeah. So check this out, right?
How long has Aiden took this hiatus for?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Why
he's
you
been
not
streaming
smiling,
for a
bro?
little minute, right?
Damn. The fuck?
Hey,
Oh
man,
hell
I've been
no!
smiling the
This
whole time.
motherfucker. I'm going to be live very soon. But Eddie knows something. He knows something very, 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 very special that I think is coming up. And
Months? Damn, y'all dead
I think
ass.
It'll be awesome. It'll be great. Right, Eddie? If that shit goes through, you think it'll be a good one?
Yeah, I don't normally get overly excited about ideas. I'm always like, oh shit, you know, I've heard it all kind of thing. But like this one, I'm like, fuck, this is kind of cool, right? I don't know. I think it's gonna be epic. I think it's gonna be epic. I think there's
no
some,
way, chat. His last stream was the
I think this will be
Trump
one of your
stream?
better comebacks. Put it that
You're
way.
lying.
I know you've had some pretty epic
For sure.
comebacks, but this is gonna be up there. So I'm looking forward to it.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Well, look, bro. I haven't slept all night, and I love this, and I
You about
very,
to get
very
off.
happy that you guys are always doing this, and you're trying to hop on and see ideas and stuff. And I'm bound to do this again. And I want to let everyone know in this chat, straight up, I love all of you. I miss streaming.
He's
I
trying
really,
to
really
leave.
do.
No, for real.
We're gonna figure this shit out. Eddie's putting on this little stank face. He's like, I've heard this before. But we're gonna figure this shit out, bro. I'm gonna make this shit awesome.
See, he's staying on
2025.
Kick.
I know I said this last year, but we did pretty good. Just the breaks kind of fucked me up, but I'm gonna make sure I'm not taking breaks. We're gonna lock in. I just want to make sure that we
he's
set
staying on Kick.
these things and make this shit happen and go crazy. Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Santana as well. I really appreciate
Where's
you
the
guys
video
having
at?
me on.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Where's the video at?
Is there anything else?
Hey, real quick, just to bury the hash with Aiden on my end, because I want to make it 100%. That way we got chatting here, right? I'm not here to be a blocker for you, sir. All right. I've been here for 2 years, right? And I would have been gone a long time ago if I had an issue with you.
Where else is he
all
gonna
right?
go?
I want to let you know
He needs to
you got me direct in
get on
Discord.
Twitch,
If
bro.
you ever need anything, man, please just
Thank
hit
you.
me up. All right. The shit you've done has been amazing. I'm not here to get in Eddie's way. I'm not here to get in Bijan's way either. Right. If anything, man, I'm a facilitator. I'm a grease man. And I'm
Bree,
just
what's
here
the
to make
word?
fucking Kick explode, man. And I just wanna make that 100% with you and
Thank you
Eddie,
for the
man.
sub.
Like I didn't put my
Twitch
career
don't
on the
want
line
him?
to come here to Kick
Nah,
to
Twitch
do
don't
Twitch
want him,
2.0.
shit.
I'm here to do something drastically different, and I think you guys are the guys to do it with.
Thank you for that, man. That was very nice of you.
But why
Aiden,
isn't Twitch
Aiden,
accepting
it
him?
is
Like, chat,
absolute pleasure
if you're Twitch,
to
why
chat
would
with
you
you,
not
as
want
always,
Aiden
man.
Ross
I
on your
think, you know,
platform? I genuinely
It
don't
goes
get
without
it.
saying that this
Like,
place,
why do they
Kick,
hate him
as
so
a
much?
platform,
I ain't gonna
you know,
lie.
has
They
very much
treat
been
Aiden
molded
like they
around,
treat
you know,
Nadex.
what you've
Dead
brought
ass.
to it.
Like, this reminds me
The
of
amount of creators,
Nadex.
the amount of
Like,
streamers that have
Nadex,
come
yo,
on the
remember
back
when
of
Nadex
this,
been on Twitch for like, yo, Nadex
is,
has
you know,
been on Twitch
phenomenal. I think
for a good 6 years.
it's been pretty
bullshit.
epic last 2 years. I think, you know, given everything, 2024, I think there was some pretty fucking crazy moments. Even 2023, like there was some epic moments throughout that as well, right? I think, you know, the year ahead with what you've got planned, what you've been telling me, I think it's going to be
They don't trust
awesome.
him?
And I think, you know, all in all, yeah, I think if we, you know, find some ways to collaborate, some things to work on, who knows what that looks like exactly, but I think there's some pretty amazing stuff to come forward, and you know, look forward to sort of seeing what you come up with.
Thanks, Ed. Ed, again, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
Man,
You guys
Twitch
got any
is really
Christmas plans or
unbeatable.
holiday plans? What you guys
I ain't gonna
doing?
lie, chat. I thought Kick had it at first, but the
Oh,
Twitch
man,
is
take
just
it easy.
unbeatable.
Just chilling. Just got family around. Just the
Cool.
the same old stuff. You?
Chilling.
Oh, nice. Well, actually, it's Hanukkah, and Eddie, I'm gonna need you to send me some crypto. Otherwise, you don't like Jewish people. So I'm gonna need you to just send me some crypto.
Yep.
Or you don't like Jews, right? So I'll expect my Hanukkah gift. You have like 3 days.
I'm
just
pretty
kidding.
sure you
You don't
should
have to-
send me
you're-
some crypto, man. I've seen like you've been sitting on a little bit too much of that, man. I think you're doing too well. You said
I
me a
am doing
little
pretty
bit.
I am doing pretty good. All right, guys. Look, chat. And God bless everybody. Hope everyone has an amazing start to 2025. An amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is. Thank you both for having me, and thank you to this chat. Thank you so much. I fucking love everybody in here. I love everybody. All right, guys. Peace.
Not Adin.
All right, see ya. The fuck do I hang up on this Mexican setup? Hold on. No, I swear to God, I got it.
Oh shit!
Did he say Mexican setup? I think he did.
Yeah, I think he's taken it's a joke at Convi, I think.
Convi, right?
Yeah.
Listen, man. Mr. Ross is not coming back.